Hello and welcome back to Alan Wake. Again, it's honestly just long hours of Alan Wake. I can drive, but I genuinely do not like driving with mouse and keyboard. Can I even drive? Oh, I can. Oh.
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
I mean, it's real. Clearly. What with multiple people referencing that it is happening. Also, that lady at the cafeteria who knew both Barbara and Thomas, and how she's like warning me about staying in the lights. Oh. Oh boy. I am genuinely just wondering what's the idea behind trying to kill me but also wanting the manuscript. Like, are they the ones of the same entity or a different entity? Because if the darkness wants the manuscript, why is it also trying to kill me? Or is it by it trying to kill me that I make the manuscript happen? Because honestly, I can kind of believe that to be the case. But I probably like should watch a lore video or something. If I were to say a more correct opinion about it. I just know that the cabin that we were at, I think it was Birch's cabin, was probably also the same cabin that Thomas Zane and Barbara Jacker spent time at. And that's because of the tree stump with their like initials inside a heart. And therefore it's a magical cabin that disappears and appears probably because of darkness. Also, we did get hurt in the lights. No, wait. We did get hurt in the darkness when we arrived. And that's because of Barbara arriving and being the one we gave.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was
sorry, Pat.
detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass, not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
I feel like Pat is a good guy, and I'm actually gonna feel kind of sad if he's gonna be the one. Did I push this car? No, I didn't. But I'm gonna feel sad if he, ends up being taken. He seems like a swell guy. I sure love driving cars. cars in games where I don't know how to drive. Oh. Didn't I come from there? Yeah, I did. I'm trying to drive the wrong direction. I do not even know where I'm supposed to go. How fun. But I do hope Pat is gonna be taken. He seems like a really nice dude. Also, Sheriff Baker? Isn't that like an electric thing, breakers? I genuinely do know about, but I think it's like electric breaker or something. And I think it's also related to like lights and stuff. Is someone here? Or am I just imagining things?
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
I still have very nice pair of shoes despite, you know, all the cliff falling and stuff. Which one would think I would not have, but honestly, I don't know. Does Alan shine and clean his shoes after he has, you know, fallen down the cliffs, fight in the darkness? I mean, I know there's like the reason of like, well, it's a game model and they probably haven't thought about like making all that happen in terms of the game model changes. But still, I like to imagine. I mean, who doesn't like imagination? I'm stopping at every place right now. Oh, jolly. There's a lot of stairs as well. For a manuscript. I'm gonna hope that I'm gonna get another heavy duty flashlight instead of just a flashlight. Because while, you know, the normal version works just fine, the heavier one just makes it easier. But I do know that, you know, the darkness probably doesn't want to make it easier for me. Which, you know, a shot. Also, this car is just sliding from side to side. We are at the coal mine.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
I feel like we're gonna end up fighting inside the coal mine, but I sure hope we aren't. Well, there were some earlier residents in the area. The true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns and Swedes, among others, work at the mines. Oh cool. Finns. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined. In the 20th century, the seams were rich but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Cool. There are Finnish people here. There were my people here. I am Finnish. I'm not gonna say if I live there anymore, but you know. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Am I going to have to fight the water?
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Wake,
Where the hell are you?
change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked
You
around
want
by
to
you.
see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
Oh boy.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Yeah, well, are you gonna let me out of the... Oh! What's that sound?
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Yeah, and I still can't get out of the door. How am I supposed to get out of here? Is there like another door? Because I am... well, very, very blind when it comes down to playing video games sometimes. And... this is one of those moments. Or am I supposed to go down here? Apparently I am. There's screen lights there. Another thermos, flares, batteries. It's like a grocery list. Ooh, shotgun. Wait. Ah, I have shotgun. That's cool from the get-go. And it seems like I have the heavy-duty ones too. That's nice. Also, I sure hope I'm not gonna have to deal with, like, inanimate objects coming at me again. Those were annoying to deal with. I do feel like some of these they can get down way faster than others. Also, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Also, can you please calm it with the inanimate objects that you're trying to crush me with? I would appreciate it immensely if you weren't trying to do that. More ammo. Stock up before we go back and face the forces of darkness. Ooh, more flashbangs. I sure love those. A lot. Like if you point the light at them at the same time, you're like shooting at them, it does more damage or something. Because again, oh boy. Oh my. That's... no. That's a bad idea. I did a dumbass thing. This game is flashbang in my eyes sometimes. But genuinely, why all the inanimate objects?
What the hell?
Ow. Oh my, that is bad. That is bad. Very bad.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Yes, that's probably very smart of you. We're gonna be in trouble. There's so many of you. God. Honestly, some encounters seem easier than other encounters. The invincible hand of darkness turning the difficulty up and down. Like a seesaw. Okay, checkpoint. I feel like there's a reason why this game gave me a car. And, you know, it's so I could just drive through all the darkness. But I didn't take the car because I was like, oh, I don't need it. So now I'm having all these strange stuff coming at me, trying to murder me. You know, along with the other thing taken. Oh, boy! If I run away, is he gonna say, oh, that could have hit me. Honestly, I just don't want to deal with that. I genuinely, no thank you. I mean, they're probably gonna, do they die when the morning comes? Is that ever like talked about? Like, do they just explode when the, you know, morning comes? Or do they like, oh, no. I was gonna say something, but I think I forgot what I was meant to say. Oh yeah, but like them combusting when it's morning, like, do they sink back into the shadows? When it's morning, or do they just straight up die? Because I don't think I've seen either or happen. So I could honestly be convinced of both. Oh boy, I sure. Oh. There's two of them. I genuinely can say those are probably my most hated enemy. Also, yes, trusting anyone who, you know, is in the dark, probably a bad idea. But, you know, shine a light at them. You know, you can worry about apologizing when you're sure that they aren't gonna, you know, burn in light. You know. So again, it's very questionable of who is leaving all those graffiti. Very questionable. You know, is it a... Nope. No. Is it a helpful force or a force that tries to murder me? Because half the time it seems like it's doing me good. And sometimes it just seems to lead me to almost getting hit by a tree. Nope.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Yeah, no. Oop. I do have to make you question where all the beneficial stuff comes from. But if I would have to stake my claim, I would say Thomas Zane. Because he's the big ball of light. Kind of seems like what he would do. Considering the take the lights, take the gun thing of the tutorial. One would honestly think that the darkness would, you know, realize not to walk into flashbangs. I especially feel because flashbangs are kind of obvious in my opinion. I feel like half this video would be like, close your eyes, you are going to be blinded by Alan Wake and bright lights of flashbangs. But I also feel like that's kind of expected with a game that talks about like lights, that they would eventually just straight up give you flashbangs and, you know, blind you with them. Almost. I mean, unless you have like something, epilepsy, I think, is what that would potentially cause. Also, I see the light. Also, it's graffiti. I feel like this is very unsafe. But I thank you for the flashbang. And I am immediately annoyed because you are easy to punch your did I waste a flashbang? Ah, that's a waste of flashbangs. Oh boy, no. That's a safe. I did not know where I was walking. No. How do I get you? How? No! How is this one thermos so difficult to get? No. So many ankles. I mean, you know, Alan only has. I got it! Raise the thermos. You can get coffee. Ooh, shotgun. I literally do not use the batteries too much in this game.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Ooh. Pump action. Does this take me to the correct place? Or am I once again walking to the wrong place? It seems to be the correct one. Oh! No! So much progress. Oh, not so much progress. Oh.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
I feel like I like the shotgun better than the pump action. I feel like this is just more reliable, at least for me. Oh. Did he say something about Alice? I think I may have heard. Also, it's good to get a lot of ammo. Good lord, there's a lot of you. Darkness really said it's all for one. All versus one. Oh my goodness. Please calm yourself, darkness, I'm coming. It just takes a bit. Oh, there's the lab view. I somehow have dodged really well at that moment. But I've wasted like all the flashbangs and flares. Well, not flare gun flares, but like flare flares. Oh, what's falling?
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Is the kidnapper dark presence?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Is that actual facts? Oh, it's one of these people who, you know, feels very comfortable with just teleporting about the buildings. Are you someone who I know? And can you please stop? Stop! You are very ineffective when you are just running about. Like, seriously. Come on! This is very unfun. I have like no no. We're gonna be done with this a fair bit ago. You could have just not done all that. I would have appreciated it. Lights. Checkpoint. double checkpoints. I'm wary of like
The place was
anything.
dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Like knowing that darkness can just decide to like throw that at me because it feels like it. Please do not. I do not appreciate that. Like, it's not that fun. Oh, boy! Back at it again. With the cars. Almost killing me. You know, again, I feel like there are way easier ways to kill me if that's what you want. Which, you know, considering convoluted plots. That's not really convoluted, but just very... It has a lot of different points, but like, considering all, one would think that a different approach would be taken. No, I don't think I've ever thought I would play like a game where the big point is that I'm like fighting inanimate things like tractors and cars with a flashlight. And you know, the occasional like flare. I get like smashed by them in the face. Beyond this one, did the tractor like disappear or something? Because it seems it did. Which like good. Oh, there it was. I honestly think I might have been more spooked by that disappearing than some other games that I've played that have been like horror games. There's nothing here. Once again, I have gone somewhere where there's nothing. But then again, I feel like if you don't go somewhere, you're gonna miss a bunch of stuff. But if you go somewhere, you end up not missing anything because there's nothing there. That's so common, I feel. I think this chapter may just be the cars and barrels and infrastructure attacks you chapter. Because it feels like it. And I'm just gonna stay here. Because I'm safe from all the things that darkness wants to throw at me. Which seems to be a lot. Like, this is at least making me use the flashlight batteries a lot more because I genuinely do not want to get thrown at, you know, have those hit my head. Because they do a lot of damage. Like a lot more than like many other things. Ooh, flare gun. I also feel like what could... Oh.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
I mean, I feel like that's the case because that's just how it is. You know, like, he's not just... Oh. Darkness is really not kidding. It's coming. Oh my. How far is the mirror peak lookout? Sorry. Missing syllables. Oh, graffiti.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Honestly, rude. Like, he changes the meetup place and then he's like, hurry up. As if he's not the one who changed the meetup place, and as if he doesn't know about, you know, the dark presence that's going about. Like, very obviously. It would take me time.
Birds.
I'm neutral listeners. As enemies, they don't do much damage, but like, they can be... Oh, no. I goofed. I done goofed. I kinda have to wonder if there's...
Birds.
like an in-game explanation, like an in-lore explanation of Alan Wake not really dying. Which situations? Like, does the darkness or his writing things just bring him back to life? Or is it just that he does not canonically die when he's going about doing whatever he does? Danger. I mean, what have we heard about danger? Into the darkness we go. Oh, no. This is like the last place I wanted to be at. Because this is like claustrophobia done very existently. Tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. Also, Alice, hi. I don't like The whispers.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Is this like a don't go this way headache or just
Alice?
Alice!
manuscript?
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Also, yes, I certainly hope we can get out of here. And I certainly hope there's not gonna be any fighting here. Which is why I'm gonna be, honestly, way more liberal with, like, flare gun ammo at this section and using it. Because I don't want to be here long. It's honestly making me uncomfortable. Like, no. I do not like this at all. Oh. There's gonna be fighting in here. There must be, because, you know, flares. I feel. Or after getting out of here, because flares and stuff. Lord. Can't make anything easy. And again, as I said, liberal usage of flare gun ammo, because when it comes down to it, I don't want to be here. At least not for long. Hi, big guy. Oh boy. Let's go at it. I sure hope these tunnels are not a goddamn maze. I will hate it if it's a maze. Oh?
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
I honestly am not gonna quit this episode until I'm out of this mine. Because I don't want to continue with this mine when I come back to this game. Because I just feel super uncomfy. With this mine, it just feels uncomfortable to max degree. Just me and mines do not go together. Did I line it up good for this side? I think I did. I hope I did. Or is it like too high? It's no, it's too high.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
It can. It's just that can I help you with it is a different question, and apparently the answer is no, because I probably have led a fair few deaths to just parkour. Hardcore parkour. But that's honestly, I feel like, fair bit because most games aren't really designed with actual parkour in mind when they're like survival horror games and stuff. Like most games that are like the best in terms of like, I think very good, but I think most games that have like the best like movement stuff are games that have set out to be, oh, it's too high, be games about like movement. So Assassin's Creed, I think, is a very good example of like really good movements in a video game because it's like based around the fact that you are gonna do parkour to a large degree. But then you have games that aren't, you know, parkour games, like movement games, platformers, that have like platformer sections. And it's like, what is this? You know, like Assassin's Creed's boat stealth. Oh, I'm supposed to go down and then like lift it up even more. I think we might have done it. Which, honestly, cool. If we did. I sure hope we did. I'm gonna go all the way out to like whether it's the next checkpoint before I quit. Mostly because I don't want to be reminded by that. And that's a checkpoint. Very timely. So I think we are gonna end with that. See you later.